Hey Cardinal Wrestling fans, welcome to this episode of Cardinal Clips, brought to you on Thursday, November 12th. All right, we had a busy weekend to recap you on. We traveled out east and started the weekend with a dual meet against Tennessee Chattanooga. We came away with a victory, 19-16, very hard-fought duel. Taking a look and highlighting some individual matches from the dual meet. Really impressed with Brian Rossi at 125 pounds. Went out in another Cardinal caliber fashion and came from behind, scored a takedown late to take a 4-3 victory. So great job, Brian. Taking a closer look at our major decision victories. The first one started at 141 pounds. Our freshman sensation, Joey McKenna, went out and set the tone early. He actually had to work extremely hard late to earn the major decision. He got a takedown essentially at the buzzer that gave him the 8-point victory, so hats off to Joey. And then at 157 pounds, our captain, Max Holbeck, set the tone early, started scoring a lot of points, and really dominated from start to finish. And then captain Jim Wilson, he kept it going, got after it, set the tone early, overcame a little adversity late, got hit and split open. He had to patch himself together and go out and finish the match off, but great job, Jim. And then our third consecutive major decision at 174 pounds, sophomore Keaton Subject, went out and looked phenomenal. To be honest with you, one of his better matches he's wrestled in his career from start to finish. He was taking on a strong opponent, a guy who had qualified for the Nationals and was a Southern Conference champion last year. So great job to all the guys, and really a solid team performance all around. All right, after the dual meet, we jumped on a bus. We drove 6 hours to Blacksburg, Virginia to compete in the Hokie Open. Had 15 guys competing in that. What a whirlwind of a day, but it was successful nonetheless. We had 11 place winners. Taking a look, in 6th place at 184 pounds was junior Peter Galli. We had 3 guys finish in 5th place at 174 pounds, Keaton Subject. At 197 pounds, Michael Seiko finished 5th, and up at heavyweight at 285 pounds, Josh Marchuk was 5th as well. We had 1 4th place finisher on the weekend, up at 184 pounds, senior Ryan Davies. And then at 149 pounds, Paul Fox had four victories to finish 3rd on the weekend. And then rounding out the weekend, we had 5 wrestlers advance to the finals. 3 of them finished as runners-up. At 125 pounds, freshman Brian Rossi put together a pretty solid tournament, made it to the finals, lost a tough one against a real tough opponent from Virginia Tech, but had 2 pins along the way, so great job, Brian. And then at 133 pounds, sophomore Mason Pengelly was able to have some real hard-fought victories, 3 matches to make his way into the finals, and lost a real tough overtime, actually double overtime bout, so great job, Mason. And then at 165 pounds, Jim Wilson had a real big win in the semis, advanced to the finals, and then ran into a tough guy from Duke and wasn't able to finish out the tournament maybe the way he'd like, but nonetheless put together a solid performance. And then we finished the tournament off with 2 tournament champions. We had our heavyweight at 285 pounds, Nathan Butler, our sophomore. He looked real impressive. He had a pin, a tech fall, and then was wrestling real well in the finals until his opponent had to injury default. But great job, Nathan. And then really, the talk of the tournament at 141 pounds, Joey McKenna came out victorious. He wrestled the North Carolina opponent in the finals, who was ranked #1 in the country. And right at the end, with about 20 seconds left, got in on a shot, was able to capitalize and finish, and finish on top for the victory. But just looked impressive the whole day. He had 2 pins and a tech fall, and has moved all the way up to #4 in the country. So great job, Joey. All right, jumping ahead and taking a look at this upcoming weekend, we will be heading down to Fresno to compete in the Roadrunner Open on Sunday, November 15th. That tournament will start at 10 a.m. and it's going to have some real good competition. Not only will we see our West Coast competition, but we're going to see a couple teams from the East Coast. Drexel and Edinburgh are coming out to compete in that event. Action starts at 10 a.m. and you can follow along live through the California USA Wrestler webcast at the link below. All right, Cardinal Wrestling fans, time to get you excited for 10 days from now when we host our home opener against the Penn State Nittany Lions. That match will take place on Sunday, November 22nd at 1 p.m. inside Maples Pavilion. It's going to be a battle of 2 top 20 ranked teams, and we're trying to do everything possible to break our attendance record and get thousands of fans packed inside Maples Pavilion. Not only is it free admission to all fans that show up, but we're also going to be raffling off 4 premium mat side seats. You can go to the link below and enter all your information for a chance to win one of 4 premium mat side seats. We hope you guys will tell your friends, family, everybody around, and drag them out to Maples Pavilion to help us pack that place in our bid to upset the Nittany Lions on Sunday, November 22nd. That's going to do it for this episode of Cardinal Clips. Thanks for watching, and go Cardinal. And in case you forgot, that's the color, not the bird.